Right, we're here with another local review. Well, I'm here with another local review. This time it's by Heljan, as you can see. This is my first Heljan local. It's a nice little box, quite small compared to the other ones, quite chunky. So as you can see, and from the title, it's Class 26. Open the lid's quite tightly on, but it's only a good thing. Big chunk of polystyrene. Again, it's got a lot of kind of foam, which is good for protecting your local. So obviously, there it is, but we'll have a look at what's around it in the box first. And here is looks like a diagram of every single part that's in this locomotive. I suppose it could be useful somehow. I'm not entirely sure how. Now, this is when we get to the interesting bit. This is the information booklet that Heljan provide with their local Class 26. Now they're definitely marketing this towards the actual railway modeler rather than a train set, because it says it's like, oh, there's a lot about like to fit in arrangement most suitable to your type of train your model is working. Yeah, so definitely aimed more towards the modular, the railway modeler wants to create exact replicas, but that's not entirely me, but I suppose that could be you out there. So it says it comes with a powerful 5-pole motor. Just want to point out some interesting word choice. This highly detailed working replica, no it doesn't say model, will give you years of pleasure and reliable operation. Don't know, I just think pleasure is a strange choice of words. So up here we have a big wad of details. No way I'm going to fit all these. Snow plows, possibly. Head codes, don't know, maybe. Right, so let's get the actual loco out. So it has this little bag here, and if you just take hold of the bag and pull up, then the loco will come out. So it comes out of this bag. This is just a little polythene bag. So here it is. It's nice. First impressions is it's small. It's a very concise loco. So if you look compared to a Class 37, which these eventually replaced them, Class 37's a good bit longer. And again, unlike the 37s, these are 2 wheels. These only have 4 wheels per bogie. But you also get, it's very heavy, this model, which is good because it means traction. Getting finger marks on this already. And the pristine blue paint mark. So this is in BR livery. These were kind of up until the late 80s, or no, early 80s. These were never painted in the large livery logo, such as the 37s are, because these were drawn by them. And lots of pictures of loads and loads of body shells piled on top of each other. Now maybe you noticed there, I've been springing the buffer. It does have sprung buffers, but should that really matter? Well, should you really be crashing your locos into buffers? On the front I have separately applied wiper details. Lots of places for you to put the head codes. What's interesting, if you can see, look, it comes supplied with a little coupling chain, which isn't removable as far as I can see, so that could be interesting when fitting the couplers, for which there is an NEM socket, so you can fit them in there. If you're interested, its number is 2627. Sadly, they didn't have 2626, which would have been better, I think. Well, this is quite an interesting livery, because it kind of has the yellow cab ends coming up and round the driver's door. So this is a later modification, because the earlier ones had windows in the cab door. on the roof detail is nice, fan, exhaust, this random grey paint plate. Yeah, bogie detail is nice. So very high level of detail in this. Very impressed with Heljan. They've definitely made a good effort. As I said earlier, they're definitely appealing to the really modeler. Now, one thing I do feel about is if you're I don't want to hold it from the body because the body feels a bit loose, and that's because it's only attached with clips. Now this has already been chipped. Well, I've chipped it already, so for the backman chip, because I have heard stories of if you chip Heljan locos with a Hornby one or a lesser brand, they do draw a lot of current in these, so they tend to burn out chips. But I've as far as I can see, well, as far as I've heard, the backman chips work best with these, or anything with like a high range of amps. So yeah, it's good. So we'll put this on the track and see how it runs. So here it is. It's running round at the moment on its running in session. Heljan recommends that you give it 30 minutes in each direction, just to run in the motors, run in the gearings rather. So that's what I'm doing. The front lights are on, just the front lights are really dim. You can't really see them at all unless you're up close. But the back lights, you can see them. Obviously, given that it's quite light up here, you can't really. Now I've just done a little test where I've turned the lights off in the loft, and as you can see the 37 is brightly illuminating it, but the lights on the front of the 26, the camera couldn't see them at all, I could barely see them, and this is with it pitch black when the lights are on. The backlights I can see, the camera's not quite picking them up. But yeah, I think that's pretty poor show from the lights. I don't know whether that's prototypical or not, if they've done that on purpose, but it seems a bit strange. Anyway, apart from that, it's running very smoothly. Fitted in M couplings, and doesn't seem to be any problems with those chains as of yet, but if there are, I'll let you know. A lot of the detail you can't actually fit, such as the snow plows and stuff, if you have couplings in, which is a shame, because at least with the backman ones you can fit the snow plows on either side of the coupling, but not on this. So it almost seems like Heljan have designed it just to like sit on a shelf. But the motor mechanism itself is really good. I'd had the DCC chip in the wrong way round, and so that I had to kind of fix. Yeah, no, I can't pick up those front lights. It's quite strange how they really haven't made much of an effort on the front lights. On a side note, I have found this has happened twice now. The loco has literally flipped off the track and landed on its side. I think this is because it's really quite small, and it is quite top heavy. So that if one bogie comes off, it kind of takes a dive down the side. Because it's so small, it just flips over. So anyway, just watch out for that. Anyhow, it's a good loco. I would recommend it. You can get these quite cheaply for a good price, because I think they made a lot of them and all the shops bought them up, and then they haven't really sold that well. So I may in the future get another one and double head them, because that would be quite cool. But apart from that, yeah, I would thoroughly recommend them. Very good.